Hi, I'm Kay. Thank you so much for joining me for my wig review for this beautiful style called Cambridge by Belletress in Raw Sugar Blonde R. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. So what I want to do first is show you all around this gorgeous wig so you know exactly what she looks like. She has been combed through though, and I have opened up the zigzag parting, but this tag is still attached and I've only worn it for about an hour now. Soft, wavy layers. Quite a sophisticated yet laid-back style, I think. So you have these kind of curtain bangs right here at the front, really flattering. I think especially for people like me who have quite a sharp, I call it a sharp face. I don't know if there's a better word for it, but there probably is. But it really softens that whole look, draws the attention to my eyes and my cheekbones. And it just is just really pretty. I think that's the best way to describe this piece. Is just really pretty. It has these soft waves. They're barely there. So Cambridge comes with an extended lace front and a monopart, which is a center monopart. It is big enough to have it slightly off center if you are more of a fan of a not center part.
Let's look at the lace front.
Absolutely beautifully done. Really natural. Can't really see the transition into that ear tab. Knots are just a little bit visible, but not much. Really natural. So the part, I have dark hair underneath it. It's not as open as it would look if I had no hair underneath it, because obviously the dark hair does take all the light away. But when I show you the cap construction, I will show it to you over my hand so you will see what it looks like if you have no hair underneath it, and it then gives you a really good idea of how good that part is. If you're like me and you do have dark hair and it does bother you that it's not as obvious, you can use a flesh colored wig cap underneath. You can use scar tape. Just put it underneath the part and it will then become really light and therefore more obvious. You can also put just makeup on and put makeup on the part when you wear the scar tape as well. Completely up to you. Let's look at the cap construction. So we have an extended lace front. So it runs all the way into the ear tabs, all the way down here. So you can pull back the hair or the fibers and it looks really natural. Then you have a monopart, which is a center monopart, quite wide, so you can have it slightly off center if you prefer. You have an open wefted cap, sides and back, velvet covered ear tabs, extended velvet nape with Velcro adjusters. Quite a bit of stretch in this cap. And now let me show you what the part looks like with my hand underneath it. Really natural, I think. Let me take the hand away and then pop it back in. So it will look really natural on your head. So the fit, I have a 21.5 inch circumference with some hair now, so it might be slightly bigger. I think it is an average sized cap. There's a lot of stretch in here. There is room to widen it and to tighten it. So if you have a smaller circumference than mine, you will have a bit more gapping at the back, but it probably would fit you as well. If you have a bigger circumference than mine, I think there is enough room to widen it and there's enough room in the cap as well. So fibers, these are heat-friendly fibers as we are used to from Belletress. They feel incredibly soft straight out of the box. After a while, we all know that they will need heat applied. So if you're new to wigs and you're looking at Belletress styles, I think all of them are heat-friendly styles, then take a little bit more maintenance. So they do need heat to look their best. So when it starts and you notice they're going a bit frizzy at the bottom, which they will. That's very normal, especially if you have a longer piece like this one is. Then get your heat tool on it, read up on the manufacturer's recommendation of what the heat should be like. Don't go too high, because that can ruin it. And then apply that type of heat, and then they should look like new again. Sometimes what I do, especially when the fibers have been worn a little bit longer, I then also add some water to it and then add the heat. Then you will get a sizzling sound. But personally, what I find that they get quicker, smoother again than if you just apply the heat. Density now. Belletress is known for low density wigs. There is no permatease, at least there isn't any big pillowy type of permatease here. There might be just a little bit here, but it might just be the cap itself. It's really difficult to discern if it's just material or if that's permatease. I don't. It's definitely nothing big and pillowy. There's just a little bit around the cap, just to kind of cover the wefts a little bit. That's nothing unusual, but there is nothing big and poofy here. I hope you can see that it sits really smooth and close to my head, which I think just adds to the realism of this piece. So let us look at this color in more detail. I love this color. This is probably one of my favorite blondes by Belletress. It's not one of those really platinum looking colors, which are beautiful. But I think for me and my skin tone, I like this kind of warmer leaning blondes. A little bit more like everyday blonde, that's what I call it. Just really natural, really pretty. So you have medium root color. And then you have a mixture of neutral light blonde, honey blonde, pale gold blonde, and with a base of light brown lowlights. Here's the color outside, so hopefully that will give you a good idea of what this color looks like outside in the sun. It's nice when it's winter and you get a bit of sun. So I was out there trying to get it to show you what it looks like in different conditions. Styling, so as I said, these are heat-friendly fibers, so you can change the curl or wave pattern if you wanted to. So you can straighten it all out. And then when you get bored of that, you can just put some other waves or curls into it. It's definitely long enough for a ponytail. Now, I don't normally do ponytails at the minute because I have regrowth underneath it and I don't bother with big caps, etc. So you will see that natural hair underneath it, but obviously with a wig cap you can put it all in. So it's not a problem, but you definitely can have a low pony, which is adorable on this style, especially when you have these gorgeous bangs here. Really beautiful framing of your face there. And have a side pony, and here it really gives you the idea that this is a low density piece. There isn't much hair here, very natural. You can have two ponies, half up, half down. So I really hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget the link to this piece is down below in the description box. Like and subscribe, and find me on Instagram and YouTube at Cambridge Wigs. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope I see you very soon. Bye.